cuttings here from a fig tree that we've been having growing on the farm for quite a long time. And these have been cut a couple weeks ago, and I've kept them in a plastic bag in the fridge. So I'm going to put a fresh cutting on it. And I like to keep at least 3 good nodes. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 5, 6. And you want to cut it off pretty close to one of those nodes. If you leave too much on, it's going to rot. See, that looks good. It's holding moisture. And what you want to do is scrape away here some of the green stuff. This is actually where it's going to root out, just above that node. And you don't want to go too deep past the cadmium layer, but reveal that green right there. And it's good to give it a little gel. This will help it root faster. You could dip it in there, but I got about 50 of these to do, so I'm not gonna waste it. Get this out of the way. Cool. Get my little paintbrush in there and paint that. And then I like to get some of this tape. I'm trying to prevent it from losing moisture. And then I've got some coconut coir in here, and I'm going to root it in this container. I'm going to do about 50 of them in here and keep the lid on it and help maintain the moisture. I want to show you this. I had this coconut coir, and I poured it in here. All looks good. Anyways, what I was going to say was there's a toad in here. This guy got into my coconut coir. I'm going to let him go free. Anyway, so I'm going to continue to do this, continue to cut some fresh nodes or above that, root it, scrape it. And I'm going to keep this container indoors in a bright room where I do a lot of my other seed germination, out of the sun, but it'll be in a room where it's going to be between 78 to 80 degrees maybe. And as soon as I start seeing some growth on the top, I'm going to check them, and then as soon as I see roots starting to emerge, then I'm going to transplant it into a container. And you want to do it, not wait too long, because you're going to want to not give it some transplant shock by, see the top here. I'm going to cover this top up because I don't want it to lose moisture and dry out before it can get roots. So take a couple weeks. A little far on that one. Like I said, you'll have a pretty much full success rate on them. And the key is not letting them to root out too far, because you don't want them to be shocked being transplanted and having some root loss. That's really the only critical point. But with the lid being on this container, it'll help maintain the humidity. And like I said, I'll put it in a bright room, but not in direct sunlight, because you don't want it to get too hot.